All right, what is going on? Welcome back to another episode of the Wired Sound Podcast. Today we have a guest hailing from Ocala, Florida, and we have Loofy. Absolutely been crushing it. So just excited we could get him on. He's coming off a show at Jolene in Miami. So how you been, man?
I've been doing really good. How are you?
I'm good. So yeah, thank you for making the trip from Miami, I guess. A little bit of a drive. But
Yeah, I got a long drive up ahead of me.
yeah, you're heading straight back to Ocala after?
Yeah, I'm going straight north right now.
Okay. So how was last night at Jolene? Place is a vibe. So.
It was fire, yeah. I've been there once before. It's my first time playing there. It was really good energy, very intimate. Nice dark red room, so
Yeah.
my style.
Yeah, we had Sinopoli on last week, and he was saying Jolene, like there's a lot of like industry people, like DJs come out to see other DJs, like it's
Yeah, I saw some other artists there that pulled up. So it was really nice, honestly. I had quite a few friends pull up as well.
Okay. How long was the set? Was it like
So I played from 12 to 2. There's a artist that played before me, 10 to 12, and then an artist that closed it out from 2 to 4.
it's not too bad. 2 hour sets,
2 hour
doable.
sets, yeah.
You know, they have those extended space sets for like 8 hours or something.
Yeah, for me, like 2 hours would be like really nice. Like I would prefer like something like 3 or 4.
Yeah, that's like the peak amount of time, or like.
I like that. It just feels like you get into like a heavier groove, longer time.
So yeah, I saw Mal P like yesterday posted. I think he was at in Vegas, and he like cut the volume. He's like, "Yo, like real quick, I gotta go pee." It's like Mal P, and then I guess he was playing an extended set or something like that. But that's always been my biggest concern. Playing anything over 2 hours is like bathroom breaks. Yeah.
I recently had a gig for Abercrombie and Fitch in Williamsburg, like a new store in New York.
Okay.
It's like a grand opening, and it was like 6 hours. So I eventually had to like go and like
go
eat.
use the bathroom.
Yeah, go use the bathroom and eat. And I played like a long song, and I should have just looped it, but I didn't. It was like 7 or 8 minutes. I thought I'd be back in time, and then the music shut off.
ran out.
Yeah, it ran out. So I let run.
Yeah, it's a nightmare scenario a bit, I guess.
It wasn't like a show though. It was like real casual. It was like
Okay.
people were just in a store. So
No one at Abercrombie was freaking out.
yeah, nah.
Were you playing like Loofy stuff at Abercrombie, or like what's the what's the vibe there? Like?
It's definitely more chill, slower.
Okay.
I play like a lot of drum and bass, like more liquid drum and bass in there.
That's dope.
So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, you obviously had a smash record. Can you tell people a little bit about that and last night record and how it came about? And
Yeah, I used to listen to like the original and like a lot of hip hop and R&B growing up when I lived in like the Chicago area before moving to Florida, and I was like wanting to work with like a clean acapella that I could find, and I had listened to that song again because obviously I listened to it when I was younger, and I was like, yo, let me work with this, and I created it in the summer of like 2023. I put it out on SoundCloud. This is like a repost page called like Blanc, and they'll repost your song if they accept it, and it's like good for like kind of like getting your music out there. They have like a big platform to outreach, you know. And eventually, Nervous Records hit me up and was like, "Yo, let's sign that record."
that's wild.
So yeah.
And then it fucking just took off from
Yeah,
there.
it took off, and then,
Nervous is obviously a major backing to get behind that.
Absolutely, very professional, very legit. Every week they release really good music, high quality.
Yeah, I'd say Nervous Records is probably one of like the most like legendary dance labels.
And they're very consistent. It's like every week they're dropping music almost.
Yeah.
And it's like good tracks that you can actually
it's
use.
and like but amazing record. So I think I played it last night. It's usually like I usually play like around 2 a.m. is like my peak time for that.
Whatever the peak
It's
time is, that's the best time to play that
yeah,
song.
everyone sings along. It's such a vibe.
Yeah.
I think a lot of the biggest records for artists, they come about just like that. Like you have a song from your childhood, you just attach to it, and you're like, I want to bring this back. You do a flip or a remix, it turns into an original and blows up.
Yeah. It's obviously they provided me with a lot, so I'm very grateful for it.
Awesome, man. So, I think I was talking to your friends before. They said that you have a show coming up in Ibiza?
Yep.
Or say it right?
Yeah. I'll be playing Ushuaia on the 14th of July.
That's sick.
It's like under David Guetta's like invite.
The Fuck Me I'm Famous?
Yeah.
That's the party, right?
That's it, yeah. It'll be the Ushuaia. And I have another gig at Playa Soleil in Ibiza on the 20s. It's
Another spot in Ibiza?
Yeah, so it'll be the next. So I play on a Monday in Ushuaia. It'll be the next Tuesday that I play at Playa.
So you're staying the whole week?
I'll probably be like 2 weeks.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah.
That's a good amount of time in Ibiza.
Yeah.
Yeah, try not. Do you party or like? Yeah,
a little bit.
Yeah. You gotta have fun with it.
Yeah.
So have you like getting into becoming a DJ and producer? Was it always something you wanted to do, or like when did it kind of come about for you?
I worked with music growing up. Like I played like saxophone and piano.
Okay.
During school. Obviously, I enjoyed music enough to want to start it up. I lived in England for a couple years. I started raving over there. I was like 19. And when I came back to the States after COVID, after I deployed, I was like, I'm going to start producing. And then, yeah, here I am.
Took off from there. That's awesome. Were you like inspired by the sound over in England? Was it like UK garage and
Yeah, it was just different compared to what I experienced in the States. Like I've been to like Ministry of Sound, Fabric London. Like those are like really like top tier clubs in London and pretty high ranked in the world. So.
Are they bottle service clubs over? I've never actually been to the UK.
I mean, you can buy bottles. Yeah, you can buy bottles over there.
But it's much more about like the dance floor and.
Yeah, like those clubs are definitely more catered to like the artists and the crowd.
Yeah. I think that's maybe a bit of a difference with a lot of the clubs in the U.S. versus like overseas. They're a bit more catering to the general, the person that's just going there to have a good time.
Yeah, I guess it just depends where you're at.
So do you play any bottle service clubs in the U.S. or is that not your vibe too much?
I guess it depends.
Yeah.
I might.
Yeah, if you get the booking coming through. I struggle sometimes because I'm like, you as a DJ, you want to play the stuff that you love, but then you want to make sure the room builds the right way and stuff too. So it's like a tough balance.
Yeah, you
those
can't,
kind of clubs.
Yeah, you can't really be selfish when it comes to stuff like that. Like for example, like I was playing Jolene, and like I like playing like techno and drum and bass, which are like much faster. However, that might not be the room, or the crowd might not be into it. You can't just force it upon them if they don't want to do it or they don't want to enjoy that. Yeah,
you got to really read the room. It doesn't really matter what level you're at as a DJ. It's always about what the room wants and what people are there for. Yeah, obviously you have to play your hit song. Though. I played it. It's a staple in every set. Have you ever missed it by accident? Like recently?
Not played it?
Yeah.
No, there was a show I did like last year at the Vanguard.
Okay.
But I was playing like a more techno set, so I didn't play it.
Yeah.
I didn't feel bad though, but like I had people hit me like, "Yo, what
happened to the song?" Yeah, I had where was that? I think it was another Tampa show I played, and a girl requested one of my songs. I didn't have it. And I was like, oh my God. I felt so bad. But, because they came, I feel like if someone comes out, takes their time to go see you play a song.
It was one of your own?
It was one of my songs.
And you didn't have it?
I didn't have it on the, it was like an older song in my defense. It was like a 2017, definitely not a club song either. It was like a melodic, maybe it would work, but probably not. So I was like, shit, I got to get a stick with just only my tracks on it just in case someone happens to know it. Because you don't know. I mean, it's the other thing with music. You just never really know where it will reach, or who's listening to it. I think a lot of artists get discouraged if they see like 10,000 streams in the first, week or two of the record coming out. But then you really don't know, like, that's 10,000 people, That still, in my opinion, means something. And
Right. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know that track was going to be big like that.
Yeah, it kind of takes on a life. I feel like I've talked to a few artists that it's always like that with the big record. It's just you do something because you love it, and it just takes on a life of its own.
Exactly.
So you just had another record drop on Nervous, is that right?
Oh yeah, I had an EP, Lost and Forever, 2 tracks.
Sick. What was the vibe?
For the Lost track, definitely heavier on the percussion. I work with a vocalist named Barbie Mack for both the songs. She did the vocals on them. Did a really good job.
Okay.
Good voice. And the second song, Forever, was definitely something more emotional and like melodic. It was like closer to Afro House.
Okay. So she wrote the top lines and then you wrote the track afterwards, or did you guys do it together?
So for the first song, she had already did the vocals, and then I had a beat already made, and then I decided to just see if it would fit together, and it did.
That's like the best feeling ever, by the way, when you
And
have something
yeah,
that
it came together.
exists.
It came together
Yeah.
quite nicely. And then for the second song, I had started it, and then I sent it to her and asked her if she could put some vocals on it. So
That's dope, though. Are you big on working in the studio with artists, or are you kind of just in your own, locked in your studio room, and then you send it out via
yeah,
the
I mean,
interweb?
I have like a home studio, so I have worked with artists in an actual professional studio before.
Yeah.
I don't get to do that often, or I just choose not to, because I can do pretty much most of my stuff from my home studio or from my computer anywhere.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, yeah, I guess I'm always trying to like find artists to work because I do like the vibe of being in the studio with someone, sitting down,
yeah,
and working with someone in real life.
it's definitely
It's a different vibe.
you get a lot of energy when you're together.
Yeah, you can, and it's just like you kind of feed off each other. I haven't done it in a while, so I need to like.
Yeah,
dive
I haven't
into that.
really either, honestly.
I think the whole the whole industry is like very digitized now, and you kind of like lose a bit of that real like artistry of like sitting in a room with people and making music. Any thoughts on like the AI vocals and all that shit, or?
Yeah, it's definitely becoming more popular.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how much else people use like AI for music. I know obviously the vocals is a big one, but I think with AI in general, it's just becoming
Everywhere. I've been using AI vocals, so I'm not gonna try and hide it. But like because I've always struggled with getting solid enough vocals to write a track around. So for me, it's been helpful to have at least an idea where I write out some lyrics. I get like a vocal idea. I strip the instrumental, and then start writing around it. So
yeah.
I know some people are hating on it. So
I mean, there's some one of my friends was telling me about an AI where he would talk into it, the mic, and it would obviously come out with a different voice. And
yeah, that's dope.
he would send me like a funny message,
Yes.
real inappropriate.
Oh yeah, he's fucking the vibes.
He's a funny guy though, so it's not good.
Yeah, so do you have like a solid group of friends that you go out with in Ocala, or is it because there's not really a scene, right, for dance music
Oh no.
at all? Yeah,
I
Orlando
don't really,
would be
I don't
the
really
closest.
go out in Ocala. I just,
Lock yourself in the studio.
I mean, I'm gone every weekend, so I'm trying to just stay home
Yeah,
as much as I can.
yeah. You miss like home at all when you're on the road, or do you get any?
I don't miss it really.
No, yeah. You like traveling and doing the thing.
Yeah,
It
I'm
can
used
be
to
a
it.
bit exhausting sometimes, but
Yeah.
how long has it been of you being on the road? Like year, 2 years?
Yeah, I definitely started last year. So like last March is when I really started touring.
Okay. And so you're not sick of planes yet? Like,
Yeah, that shit's ass, but
yeah.
that's not that bad at the same time.
Any fear of flying? Or you now? I feel like I'm starting to develop it a little bit.
What, the fear?
Yeah, because of all the articles and all that shit that are
There's some
coming
planes,
out.
yeah,
Like,
some
I gotta
shit
stop
going down.
reading all this
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, for sure. There's definitely,
Like,
but hey, whatever.
I know you can't control it.
Safer than driving.
But I feel like
technically.
we fly all the time. Is it safer? Yeah, I guess it is safer than driving. That's what everyone always says. But then I'm like, all right, if you're driving like every day. You're only flying like a couple times a year. So I'm like, that stat's got to be a little messed up for me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm flying every weekend.
Okay.
So,
Chance. All right.
my chances,
Bad
yeah.
conversation. Yeah. So, Ibiza. What other like notable? Any other ones that you can chat on?
Yeah, I got Silo in New York. Is in Brooklyn.
Okay.
Dope spot coming up. And then I'm playing after party after that.
So do you book the afters? Like, and is it usually a booked thing, or do you guys sometimes just like pop up at it?
I think for this one, the offer kind of just came in after. They're like, since I'm gonna be in the area.
Yeah, they're like, hey, you want to just hop on this? And
Yeah.
do you know what the afters vibe is gonna be like? Is it like a?
Yeah, I know what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be a fun one.
It's gonna be like some zombies.
Yeah.
I go on at 5 a.m.
Oh shit. Okay.
5 to 8 a.m.
In Brooklyn.
Yeah.
5 a.m. in Brooklyn. Sounds like a fun set though.
Yeah, I had one time I played this one spot like a year ago. I think I got on at like 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Played till like 10.
Yeah, I done a like 11 a couple of times in Miami. It's always a weird thing. I mean, you've probably experienced it at Space. You probably experienced it this morning, like getting out,
Oh yeah.
walking out into the sunlight.
We got out kind of early on. It was like 5:40 or something. not too late.
Who was at Space last night when you were?
It was Mitagami
Okay.
and Hot since '82.
Yeah. Do you feel like a lot of people are at EDC right now, or like someone?
Yeah.
I'm having a bit of EDC FOMO, so just.
It looks really nice, honestly.
Yeah. Have you been to EDC Vegas?
Not to Vegas, no. Only to Orlando.
Oh, fucking Vegas is so much better.
I heard that. Yeah.
Say that, but
No. I've heard the same thing. So.
yeah. Well, because it's just spread out, and like it goes till 6 or 7 a.m. I think.
Yeah.
Whereas Orlando, it cuts at 12.
Yeah.
And then you're like just in the city of Orlando, and it's kind of
Yep.
not my favorite vibe.
Yeah.
I got stranded one time in Orlando after I played and I closed, and then like there was no artist transportation, and I had to find an Uber, and it was just I walked like 2 or 3 miles trying to get out of there, but that was not fun.
Yeah.
Have you played Orlando yet, or? Oh yeah, it was expensive. Well, I think did I tell this? I don't know if I talked about. Did I talk about the Vegas experience where I ended up paying like $200? Yeah, that was not good. It's like Ubers after festival. There needs to be a solution for Ubers after festivals. I guess there's like shuttles for people, right?
That's how they make their money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to EDC Orlando this year.
Are you playing? Oh, you can't talk yet. All right. Maybe pop up. Yeah, I haven't been to EDC Orlando for maybe 2 years. So I think 2022. I was playing the Corona Beach stage, the one that was like the beach setup.
That's fire. Honestly, I fuck with that.
It was an awesome stage. They got rid of it, I guess. Corona. I don't know if they had a falling out.
This last EDC, they had like a Bacardi stage.
Yeah, I know.
It was actually pretty cool because it was like a second level.
I think I saw that too. I'm like, fuck, I gotta hit up Bacardi now.
That one was pretty.
That one was kind of booked through it was booked through Insomniac, but it was like I was in touch with people from Corona. It's not a great name for COVID time. I was like, yeah, I guess they made it out okay. Corona and COVID, bad dad joke in there.
People still drink that shit. My friends still drink that shit.
Coronas. What's on your rider? Do you have like a
coconut water, tequila?
Okay, that's nice and healthy. Do you mix the coconut water with tequila?
Sometimes.
Yeah. I played with Aoki on Thursday, and it was interesting to see his cake rider come out and like 9 cakes. And,
9?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He threw them all?
Oh yeah. Threw them one by one.
Damn, he threw 9 fucking
He's got
cakes.
an arm on him. It's a thing. People love that shit still.
I was thinking crazy. Like they get like 1 or 2.
I have 9. A video. I should probably post it. Maybe not. I feel bad for the guy, but it was just like the aftermath of the cake in the guy's eyes, and like it definitely was like burning. I'm like, it's like no one thinks about after they get caked, like what the cleanup experience is like.
All that icing and
yeah, I tasted it. It was pretty. It was Publix cake for sure. That's
hey, Publix is. People don't know about Publix up north,
They're missing out.
They're missing out.
On the vibes, yeah. Aoki got the Publix cake. I wonder if he specifies like.
Where was this at?
This is at Dare.
Oh, that Dare. Oh, okay.
It was a corporate event, which is pretty wild. That like corporate would be like, let's go get caked by Aoki for.
That's fine. I played Dare last year. I'm hoping to play again this year. That'd be cool.
Okay. Was it a Friday for like the Tech Casa?
It was.
Thing?
It was.
Okay, yeah. I love that they rebranded. I play there pretty often, but before that they had like open format. Latin night, like not the vibe. And I'm like so happy that they just committed to like Tech House and like
it's good for that room.
Yeah, definitely. The energy's always 100 there. I've had a few like off day parties, stuff like that, but for the most, I like playing the nightclub.
The day parties are outside, right?
Yeah, the day club.
Yeah, I never played the day club.
It can be hit or miss. It's like you have to get people from Miami to come there because people think it's in Miami, but it's not. It's Hollywood, Florida. It even says it on the DJ. Do you ever see that on the DJ booth? It says, "Don't say Miami" on the mic. It's like I guess DJs were like shouting out, like, "Yo, shout out Miami!" Like, no, it's not Miami. They're in Hollywood, Florida.
I never noticed that.
Yeah,
I'll look next time.
Yeah, I think they should just like make that whole area like a mini Vegas. That'd be so sick. Just like 2 more hotels. And,
2 more big ones.
Yeah, exactly. Just like a little strip. But yeah, so yeah, it was a fun event. He crushed it. People still love getting caked, I guess it was my takeaway. And he played a great set and everything. But
did he like throw 9 in a row or did?
It was it was like definitely he has a song, he has a cake song that comes on. And it was like I have to look up the audio, but I think it's like "Let's Get Caked" or something. It says something like that. And then it goes for like 10 minutes. right? Is that a thing? There is a Cake song. Yeah. I don't know if he ever released the Cake song or not. We should try and find that if there is an actual released version of the Cake song. But it was a long thing.
Shit, I get it. I would throw a cake at somebody.
Yeah, I was getting bummed because I thought he wasn't gonna cake people. I was like, it was getting towards the end of the set. No, it was like one and then like maybe a minute break. Oh, sorry. But it was awesome. Yeah. And I guess people, I was taking some notes as like a showman. I mean, he's definitely one of the best entertainers as a DJ.
Yeah.
Which I think he like pretty much invented being that kind of entertainer. It wasn't a thing before Aoki really, as a DJ, to be at like the forefront of the attention. So he was doing like shirts. He was throwing out shirts. Started throwing out like Pokemon cards at one point. Yeah, people loved it though. So it was a fun one to play. It was a little bit of like for me. I promoted like my first ever show that I was promoting was an Aoki show like 10 plus years ago at UCF in Orlando.
Nice.
Selling $20 tickets.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Orlando had a good little scene for a bit, at least around like the UCF area. Because I went to UCF for a year or two. And when I was there, it was like Henry Fong was there with me. This guy Dallas K, who did like a bunch of big like pop productions and stuff, and a few other guys. I remember seeing like Skrillex for like $5. There was this thing called Takeover Tuesday, and it was like literally $5 to see him on a Tuesday. Fucking Skrillex when he was popping off.
Orlando during COVID was like, Florida in general was like the only place in the world that you can really play a lot.
Yeah, I think Florida it's definitely had a huge boom just in general since COVID, because people are like, especially people in like the music world, they're like, why wouldn't we live there instead of like LA?
Yeah, people like, I was like at a space and this guy was like, I'm about to move here from LA. I was like, why? He said, you can't do anything out there. And I didn't understand that.
In LA?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, like party-wise? And
like, because COVID was still like, it was like the end of 2020, going into 2021. And people were just tired of like not being able to go out.
Yeah. Yeah, did you play any COVID parties? I had a few weird ones. Where it was like people were wearing masks and they told me like stay away from people.
Oh, no, definitely nothing like that.
Yeah, I got a few bookings. I was like, I felt weird about taking it because of like.
They made you wear a mask?
Oh, yeah. It was like, it was a weird, I think it was in Chicago I was playing, but it was a weird, it was like a club too, and they were trying to like open back up. It's a fucking weird time for DJs and stuff, but we made it through.
It's a weird time for the whole world.
Yeah, I know, but the COVID parties were weird. I'm sure there's probably some funny pictures out there of people like standing next to each other wearing masks. Anyways, bad topic.
That'd be funny as fuck. I see some people wearing masks in the club.
Yeah, no, it's like you're 2 feet away from each other, fucking down in like Bacardi and but
Well,
under the mask.
I'll be clowning all of them.
All right, so you got some good shows coming up. You just had the EP on Nervous Records.
Mm-hmm.
Where are you heading with your sound and like and vibe in general?
I have no idea.
Just kind of see where it takes you.
No idea.
So do you go into sessions like with a intention of like I want to make something?
I try to, yeah. Now, before I just start from like a drum sample or whatever.
Vocal.
But now I try to every project I try to take it to where I'm like, all right, I need to have a direction with it.
Yeah. Do you feel pressure after the massive record to like follow it up?
Oh, I did. Yeah, last year I did for sure. But now I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see like people on TikTok talking about it all the time with like following up a viral TikTok or something and making another one. It's kind of I've had like not a massive, but I've had like records I've done really well and I'm like, fuck, I need to try and create something like that, and then it never works. Like you can never recreate the success of something you already did. It just doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't translate. You got to do something different, and just kind of whatever feels right.
If it happens, it happens. I feel like if you try to force it, then it might not.
It feels unnatural, yeah. Yeah, I've noticed that when I'm writing music as well, that like I struggle. I'm like, in the back of my head, I'm like, is this gonna work? Or are people gonna like this? And I'm like, that's the worst mindset to have, because then you end up just making recycled stuff that doesn't sound
I still
original.
do that sometimes, but then at the end of the day, I realize that like I ain't really making it for anybody else besides myself.
Yeah.
And if you like it, cool.
I will say I do try and write for like what work in my sets, but that's really the extent of like where I try and stop myself. Not like we'll look at playlisted on new music, dance on Spotify. Like that's where you start to run into trouble when you have that mindset.
Yeah, I mean,
chasing stats.
Everybody's different. I mean, but I'd say for me, I just make some shit I like and then go from there.
Yeah, I think that's a lot of artists too. I mean, I've heard different takes on this, on if like artists should stick to one style or.
Yeah, I heard that shit too.
I mean, what do you think? Like,
whatever, bro.
Well, I think there's definitely artists that are successful in both lanes, like Diplo, for example. He's fucking done every genre under the sun.
Right, and he's really good.
But yeah, and it's crushed. So that works, and then you have someone like maybe Rez or someone like that who's like a very specific. Oh, she's been deviating a little bit.
I mean, yeah. So if right now on my platforms, I have like house, techno, drum and bass. I have breakbeat. So I have a few different.
Yeah, all across the board. Yeah. That's awesome that the label is. Are you signed exclusively with Nervous now? Or?
No.
Okay, I was gonna say because I know some labels get a little bit controlling over an artist's sound once they start to have success.
Yeah. I think in dance music that isn't as big of a factor compared to like hip hop.
Or pop, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm sure it exists a little bit inside
with dance music.
I'm sure
maybe with bigger like the more like maybe like Summit or something. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Who knows though? I guess at the top like that, if it starts to get, because dance music artists are becoming pop artists. That's like
this is true.
Definitely. I think I just saw an article. It was like 70% of festival lineups are like DJs now. So it's like most of the industry is becoming dance music, like the music industry in general.
Yeah, it's becoming very trendy. It's all over social media.
Yeah.
It's flashy. It's lustful.
Yeah.
So people want to do it.
I know.
I understand.
I know. All the, yeah. I do feel a bit of like you lose a bit of the art of DJing when you focus too much on like content.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like I'm trying to figure out the right like balance, right? Because you need to have a good show. You have to get content. You want stuff to go viral of your song, but at the same time, the goal is to make sure the room is happy and you're doing the right thing as a DJ.
Yeah, in today's time, content is you have to have it. I mean, that's how you're gonna get booked.
Yeah,
and they need to be able to see what you're capable of. Can you sell tickets? Like the way you look, the way you carry yourself, style of music you play, all that.
Yeah.
So
it gets a bit concerning with like people faking stuff and then getting bookings.
Yeah.
Because people saw the fake numbers or the fake comments on there.
There's like a lot of like influencers or people with like a big following on socials.
Yeah.
Getting like booked for pretty big events that they're probably not prepared for,
Yeah, not prepared for, or maybe don't even have the actual audience for, and it's just
fake.
It's inflated numbers.
Right.
It's definitely a problem. I mean, I would think if I'm a booker and I'm paying someone, say, $10,000 to come, I would do some research on, like, is this person actually going to bring that value back? But,
exactly.
Okay. Yeah, but I don't want to get, there's...
I know.
Anyways,
I know.
it's a part of the industry. And it's hard when you've been doing it for like so long, or I just love DJing, I love music, to see like that those are the ones getting the bookings sometimes. I try not to have that mindset because it's not a good mindset to have.
Yeah.
But it's part of the game now.
That stuff will always happen.
Yeah. All right, so had an amazing couple of years. Anything else you want to talk about or let people know about?
Yeah, I'll be really busy summer. I'll be playing Silo in Brooklyn, New York. Weekend after that, I'll be playing Sound in LA.
What are the dates, do you know? Or
June 6th should be a Friday for Silo. LA will be the next Friday after that. I'll be playing Elixir in Orlando. I'll be playing
I love Elixir.
Electric Forest.
Oh, fuck yeah, that's a big one.
I'll be playing June 22nd. A really good day. And what else will be playing? And then July, I'll be going to Ibiza, play Atlanta. And then later on, September, I should be going back to Malta. So
busy fucking summer.
Very busy summer.
No sleep, just partying.
Just going.
It's going to be awesome. Well, thank you again for coming out and doing this, man. I really appreciate it. And until next time.
Thank you, brother.
Got to catch one of the sets soon also.
Come out.
All right. Later.